Hi everyone, this is Ashish. I'm a junior doctor working in the UK. Welcome to the Learn Python with Me series. In today's video, we will talk about something interesting, and that is Lambda functions. A Lambda function is a way of defining function with very less code. Let's talk about defining a function first with the standard way. So the standard way is to use the def keyword, put in the name of the function, then assign two parameters here, then put a colon, leave four spaces, then write what you want this function to do. So what I've done is I have created this function that is called add numbers, and it will return num1 plus num2. So if we give these two values to this function, it will return the sum of them. You can also explicitly write in the value of num1 to be 1 and num2 to be 2. And when you execute this line of code, you will see that it is printing out 3 or returning 3. Now, there's a way of defining the same function in another way, and that is a Lambda function. So what we do here, we will write the name that the function has to be, and then we will assign it this line of code, and we will use this Lambda keyword. We will use the arguments that you want this function to take, and then you will put a colon, then you will write what you want this function to do. So what it will do is it will take num1 and num2 and it will return num1 plus num2. Now you don't need to write return here because it's implied, but if you want to print something, then you'll have to write print instead of return there, right? But we are not printing here, so we are using return. Now let's create this function, and if I give it a value of 1 and 2, what it will do, it will add in both numbers and return it as we had stated here. You can use Lambda functions with multiple arguments as well. So you can use a, b, and c, and in this function we are returning the product of a, b, and c, and we are calling it multiply. We are using the Lambda keyword to define this function. And when I execute this line of code, you can see that it is printing the product of 3, 2, and 1. Now, there is a very interesting way of using Lambda functions, and that is to use it inside other functions. So what we are doing is we are defining a function that is called my function, and it takes a parameter n. Now what this function is doing, it is returning another function, which is this Lambda function. And what this Lambda function is that it will take a value a and it will multiply that a by n. Now, why are we doing this? So let's see. Let's create a variable that is called doubling function. Now, this is one of the function variables, and we are assigning it a value of function with n is equal to 2. Now, what happens here is that this doubling underscore function will take this value that is returned from my function. So it will take this value. So in easy words, what I can do, I can just write down what it will actually take in, right? So it will actually take this value when we assign it to my function with an input of 2. So it will take this value, right? Let me just erase that. Now when I define this, you will see that this function is created, and if I give it a value of 20, this a is equal to 20 in this case. So when I execute this, you will see that this a has been multiplied by n, that is 2. So we have created a doubling function. Now in order to create a tripling function, what we can do, we can just write the name of that function and we can assign it to a value of my function with n is equal to 3. So what it will do, it will return another anonymous function, that is lambda a, that will return a into 3, right? And it will assign that value to tripling function. And when we give this value of a to be 100, it will just triple that number. So I hope that Lambda functions were clear to you. They are actually quite a nice way to write functions with less code, and you can write these anonymous functions as well. So that is all for this video. I hope that you liked it. Please support my work by liking this video, sharing this video with your friends, colleagues, and subscribing to this channel. Thanks a lot. I will see you soon.